These roads are paved with the lessons of endless growth that carve beauty into a driven soul. From the awareness of one's mind, back down to a playful heart, held in an open hand, humility will lead us to learn from the lessons placed before us. An open mind holds the innovation closer to the ideas painted on a blank canvas. The heart pumps endless energy through the veins of life, and the hand provides the needed action to create future momentum. As we shed the heavy weight of fear and let love be the lesson that drives change. I'll approach every situation in life with one simple question. What is this moment trying to teach me? What is the underlying truth the bigger picture is revealing for me? Every lesson is a chance to learn and create beautiful change hidden in forward progress. Don't fall into the idea that each moment creates an inevitable outcome. We choose the outcome of each moment by the understanding that our thoughts and actions provide the response that turns the page from one lesson to the next. From the head to the heart to the hands, the mind will drive momentum to love, which delivers the actions that lead us through the lessons of life. With the belief that we are part of something bigger than just where our feet are planted in the moment. Move one foot forward with the openness to smile at struggle and embrace the energy that love can provide to a willing mind. There's a beautiful voice of reason within each of us, just waiting to catch our attention, if only for a moment. Its hope is for us to awaken a curiosity to dream, just a little bit further than we are right now. Its persistence has us struggling with the mundane comforts that could be holding us back. Every day we're faced with decisions that will shape our future. We walk this fine line in the direction of an unknown destination. And these choices to turn left or right will cement our actions into an inevitable moment. The next day our feet hit the ground and we start all over again, providing our future with the energy of an unknown outcome, and hoping our intentions will stay true to the choices we make. I often think about how grateful I am for making one decision over the next, how giving attention to one simple act can lead me to an incredible outcome and provide me with the energy to do it again. But at the same time, there's also been decisions I wish I would have made differently. I wish I would have taken the time to pay closer attention to that inner voice, forcing me to stop and question myself. Is this truly what will make me happy? And learn to make the decisions that connect me to my own desired outcome. The older I get, the more I've learned to listen to that inner voice of reason. Because the more I do, the more I fall into the feeling of belonging. And I know deep in my heart that this is where I'm supposed to be, right here in this moment, experiencing every interaction that provides me with the information to build more. This inner voice feeds a willing mind with a faded whisper from a distance, nudging our curiosity to challenge possibility. Beyond our own conscious thinking lives an inner voice of reason. Learn to listen, and the world will become your playground of creation. Have our eyes finally found a way to deceive our imagination? Does their gaze have us mesmerized by the false truth that now sits in front of us? These perceived surroundings have us believing that we've reached a fixed reality, that this existence has no alternate route, and we now can do nothing but be captivated by the limiting choices we choose to believe in. The projection of this current reality has become a product of our past actions, completed through our daily activities. They're only here because of the momentum we choose to empower them with. Now, this begs the question: are we aware of the future decisions that will shape our next perceived reality? Can our actions be led by the internal infrastructure of belief? Because if so, the architectural design of our thoughts will be given life through our endless imagination. So that takes me back to our eyes. Is what we currently see aligned with the reality we desire? Has our past led us to an undesirable destination? Have we left our dreams without the powerful comfort of a creative imagination? We'll never touch the end of the universe without this childlike freedom from doubt. The reality we see around us is the design of our own consciousness. We have the choice to change a thought, remove an unwanted emotion, and take action on our undeniable beliefs. We alone have the gift of time, the opportunity for one more day. Imagine for yourself one more hopeful outcome, one more opportunity. And remember, we get one more day to let life piece itself together. How will you choose to use it? Hey love, it's me again. I just wanted to take this moment to let you know that your influence has never been lost on me. Your gripping ability to fill us all with euphoric energy that guides us through these memorable experiences, it continues to amaze me. You've always found a way to create a world united by hope. I know I've said it before, but your power transcends space and time and holds me peacefully in the present moment of fulfillment. I could never truly explain the feeling, but the experience will always move me in the right direction. The power you provide connects me to everything, and when I'm in the middle of it all, I can only feel you and your gentle effects leading me forward. You've been there when the fear sets in, when it blinds me from the truth and shelters me from happiness. Somehow I know you're waiting in the distance. It just takes me some time to find you again. But when I do, You lift me from my own darkness. You open my eyes and bring me back to all the beauty we find ourselves forgetting along the way. You make me so much stronger. You know that, right? You fill an eager soul with the confidence to overcome anything. And the powerful influence you have on others finds a way to pull us all together as one. The place we find ourselves all wanting to be. Somehow I know I'll never forget that. Until our next interaction, I just want to remind you of this. I see you in every smile from a stranger, in every act of kindness, and in every dream I dare to chase with nervous excitement. I see you without judgment and disappointment. All I feel is your irreplaceable love. You know, this world is imperfect enough without us not caring to make it a better place. Let your love guide us to the peaceful place of reflection. And with that, I know we'll have the courage to do the rest. Letting go can sometimes feel like we're giving up. But if we're giving up on the things that hold us back, isn't that what opens the door to the things that should be pushing us forward? Every day we're surrounded by the actions that anchor our attention to routine behaviors, forcing us to live up to unrealistic expectations that paralyze a playful mind. When will we learn that we just need to let go? When will we realize that the most important thing we can do is become trapped in the success of our own existence and look at life as a canvas to create on? Fear kills creativity. Anxiety cripples the mind. And we find ourselves embracing these habits because we're not sure how to live a life without them. When the reality is, these are the things that have been holding us back. Detaching ourselves from these limitations will ultimately set us free. Releasing our childlike focus that empowers the energy that uplifts our innovation. We become open to new ideas. We fear less and play more. We embrace the gifts that are hidden within each of us. Sometimes we feel like we have to have it all figured out, find the answers before peace will reach us. The truth is, once we decide to let go, peace will always find a way to provide the answers we seek. Who is the richest person in the world? It's the person that has enough. We are all enough. We just have to learn how to let go and trust in an unknown outcome. There's an internal voice that speaks out over the whispers of criticism. It redirects me down the path of determination. This awareness of purpose has me realizing that I have a date with destiny. A sort of meeting of the minds with oneself that demands clarity for a vision of what life should truly look like. A chance to create a defining moment that will connect me with the inevitable partnership of desire. A needed step to show future events that reality is not a fixed concept, but rather a waiting opportunity attached to a defining date with destiny. I will create my own shifts that develop life's journey, make a life built from choices beyond my past regrets, and understand that I am the creator of my own future designs. I will not hold out on the needed momentum to shake hands with a long-awaited destiny. Life's struggles will never be the anchoring chains that remove me from a life waiting to be lived, and a destiny waiting for my arrival. I understand that the path won't be a short journey to achievement, but I'll keep my focus on progress, not perfection. A date with destiny is the overall mission. And if we can find a way to be grateful for where we currently are and learn from the process, when we meet our true destiny, we'll have developed the needed skills to join in the moment of success. And build the openness to keep moving on to even greater things. Never always be content with where you are, but always show gratitude for the lessons learned along the way. Where we're heading holds all the possibility brought to us through curiosity. And that curiosity unlocks the mind's true desires and takes you to where you've always belonged, alongside your destiny. If we can wake up from this illusion, life and everything in it will change. These moments in time that lead us to the questions that we have no answers to will continue to come until we listen to the voice that's tapping on a quiet soul. All these questions are helping us open our eyes to a world begging for our attention. Until we step outside our own concerns and chase this uncontrollable curiosity, we will always be left with the question that constantly pursues us. What if? Each one of these moments are providing a glimmer of possibility placed in the middle of our misled directions. The same ones, over time, that will fade if not followed. We can't continue to wait for the moment to be right or hope that the journey will follow us. We have to enable the courage to chase a feeling of momentum that reveals the actions we seek. There's a metaphor that has you imagine yourself stepping into a dark room, searching to find a specific object. But it's not until we turn the light on that we can finally see what we're looking for. The most remarkable idea behind this is that the items have always been there. We just needed to find the right way to observe them. Are we moving through life, living in a dark space, when all we need to do is find the hidden light within? Because these moments that created this illusion we live in is ever changing. And the biggest unknown is that we're the ones that are holding the power. We are the difference we seek, not the changing world around us. We hold the answers to the unknown questions. We just have to believe that we have the power to influence it. Our intentions are what determine the outcome of our deep-seated desires. And our creativity lies in the internal mind of possibility. How will we handle our next future outcome? Will it be an accurate result of our true intentions? And can we embrace our creativity in a way that directly reflects that? Intentions can be a tricky thing. They can sneak up on us when we're not looking, and other times when we are looking, they can be lost in a habitual mindset. We need the self-awareness that will drive our intentions to a passionate purpose we choose to embrace. This routine helps us narrow our focus to the task at hand and develop the needed energy to take on difficult challenges. Our behavior starts to develop meaning, and we can find ourselves being more trustworthy of the process. Without intention, our meaning is lost. We let our ego take control and fall into the trap of meaningless routines. We begin to lead with the faded ideas given to us over time. Even if we know the path is pointing in the wrong direction, we follow it blindly and betray our own beliefs. The heart is the true compass of the soul, not a limiting set of rules we can't get behind. One of my favorite quotes is from Jim Carrey. He says, "Our intention is everything. Nothing happens on this planet without it." I've learned over the years that my true intentions are the strongest when I'm leading with service. When I'm moving in a direction that provides support to others, in a way that helps people develop their own talents, looking deeper into their own beliefs and finding purpose for where they want to go. Without a service-based intention, I'd be lost. I wouldn't have the foundation and courage to take on bigger things. Make it a point to lead with true intention. They are the actions that determine our purpose. And if you're looking to truly get something out of life, always find a way to be in service of others. Do you remember when you were a kid? When imagining your dreams was an everyday interaction with the soul? When a toy fire truck could chase a 5-alarm fire? When a tree house could become the country club of the mind? And when curiosity painted a picture so clear that you could almost reach out and touch it? These faded memories are where our true purpose has been hidden from our adult minds. Why were dreams so easy to imagine at a young age? But as we get older, they feel trapped in the midst of a foggy haze. It's because somewhere along the way we stopped believing. We stopped believing it was possible for us. We somehow felt that this magical illusion was a faded misconception of reality. This misbelief has betrayed us against our own playful imaginations and left us with only pieces of a future full of masterful designs. The true question is, how do we get back what was once lost? How do we turn back the hands of time and hold it so close that we never lose it again? The real answer lies in front of us. When most of the time is spent looking behind us, the road ahead is the direction we need to follow. Our dreams lie in our future choices. Embracing these choices enable us to imagine a future desire, one made from the decision to move towards it, not closing it away to be lost in the past. Our path is not yet written for us, but rather is waiting for a different design to be built. One with the courage to break habits of restraint and the willingness to become aware of unwanted thoughts. But most of all, it will help us remember how carefree we were as a child. Understand the importance of getting back to that childlike mind that embraced our dreams with faith and compassion. A dream held in the mind's eye of a childlike intention will lead an aging mind back to its vibrational state of flow. Your dreams deserve a second chance, and you deserve the experience to live them out. Because that child holds the pure potential of the inner you. Let's take a trip down memory lane and reflect on the peaceful moments that shape a young mind. Let's dive a little bit deeper into a past that holds all the momentum for a future design. Can you remember a time when you were trapped in a youthful mind, cultivated by a deep thought? When at a young age, everything became so clear, and when we could do nothing but get lost in the beauty of a hopeful moment? That time holds all the answers to the questions we can't help but to ask ourselves. Are we moving in the right direction? Will this world be a better place because of the difference we dare to make? What if we could continue to chase the peaceful sound of a realized moment? Would it let us dare to dream about what an imagined reality could really look like for us? This nostalgia you feel is no accident. It's a peaceful purpose with nowhere else to go but to wait patiently behind a blank stare of a curious mind. It helps pull our potential from the dark despair of misbeliefs until the moment comes when we find ourselves capturing joy in the future design of a newly observed world. Everything that is happening in our lives is happening for a reason. It's trying to bring us closer to our true selves, helping us explore new interactions, wondering where each moment will lead us next. J.K. Rowling said it best when he said, "Age is foolish and forgetful when it underestimates youth." Let's remain forever young and get lost again in a playful mind. Let's develop a higher energy for life. We might just find ourselves living every day with unexplainable passion. The inspired acts of kindness you make shift a world without your approval, and the difference you may never see lies beyond your need for recognition. There comes a time when we find ourselves trapped in our own minds, swimming through the doubts that muddy a path placed before us. Our desperate need to feel like we belong removes us from the true glimpse of wisdom shared with each life we touch. When our intentions are held close, we create a type of greatness that may never be consumed by our own curious conscience. I share this with you because of something I experienced. See, I'd been going through a tough time in my life where everything started moving pretty fast. And in the moment, I was unable to see the difference I was making. I questioned the outcome of situations because of the increased number of choices that now were needed to be made. But a simple event shed light on the principles I stood behind. See, each morning I would stop by the same coffee shop by my house. And when I entered, I was always greeted with a smile by the people that stood behind the counter. Life moves pretty fast for them too, but they show nothing but respect for each person that enters that door. And I would return that same respect by calling each person by name. I'd say please and thank you and show gratitude for the service they provided. One morning I came in and was greeted by one of the baristas as the customer of the month. Thinking nothing of it, I grabbed my coffee and left. But the next day I returned to see my name placed on a black chalkboard on the other side of the room. When I asked why I was selected, each of them replied that they enjoyed when I came in and the exchange of good conversation we had. It was not always like that, and sometimes the small things mean the most. I was so wrapped up in my own mind that I failed to realize that the simplest acts make the biggest impressions. In that moment, I understood that I'm not always going to see the difference that I make, but the actions are what inspire the type of difference received. And if I can make sure that my actions remain based on a core set of values surrounded by purpose, I may be presented with a glimpse of what my intentions produce. Our own awareness of self can sometimes be lost because of our need for approval. If we hold our principles true to the values we stand behind, the small fragments of what we do see will help us understand the bigger picture of what our kindness can deliver. As a dreamer, I place myself at arm's length away from the realist that lies within. I embrace the overwhelming courage to step outside the inner comforts of a fixed reality and reach for the outer world of possibility. Every day I sit and look out. As my mind seems to drift towards the eternal landscape of imagination, I start to realize that my physical reach is limited by my sense of touch. But outside these realistic thoughts of limitations, it leads me to a place of purpose. I dream of what could be and operate outside of the concerns of what if. This unexplainable feeling falls over me, and I begin to realize that this is where I was meant to be, floating within the realm of desire and loving every moment of it. I've always held my dreams close because I never want to lose my true self. I never want to let go of the inner child, wishing for a future full of realized actions captured in time. I can sometimes find myself falling into the characteristics of a realist, which I know I'm not afraid of. I know structure is needed for stability. I know that what's in front of me will need my attention if I want my life to continue to move forward. If I only stay in this realistic world, I'll fall into the trap of complacency. And that inner creativity, reinforced by my imagination, will become buried under the checklists of life. This is the tango I live with, the dance between a dreamer and a realist. Should I play it safe and stay on the side of practicality? Or should I force myself to reach for something new that distorts old patterns and develops new ones? This balance of progression is a tricky path. If I lean too far one way or the other, I could place myself on a road of missed interactions that are trying to show me the benefits between each of them. A dreamer and a realist. My dreams will lead me forward, and my reality will keep me grounded. But I will never replace my heart with the limitations that hold me back. I will chase those dreams with endless determination.